Felicity from GetYourRockOut here at Bloodstock 2013 with Dark Funeral. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty alright.
And you've just come off stage, and so how did you find the show?
Yeah, it was great to be on stage tonight. It was quite windy, to be honest, but other than that, I think we had a good time on stage and the crowd seems to enjoy it. They were really cool. So.
And you were happy with the kind of reception that you got from the crowd as well?
Yeah, and the coolest thing is always when you play a festival like this with mixed bands. It's when you meet the crowd afterwards, and people who have never even been into this kind of extreme metal before are totally blown away. And today was lots of people who said that we never heard of us, and they said that we normally don't like that kind of music, but we changed their mind. So that's always cool when you reach out to new people.
And you guys, you've been around for 20 years now. I think you just celebrated your 20th anniversary last year. Do you still find yourselves that you are discovering new fans constantly, and you're constantly getting that new stream of people through?
Yeah, now this is a lifestyle, we've been doing this for so long time, and sometimes you hate it, sometimes it's like, sometimes it's this kind of love and hate feel, and you can't just be without it. It's such a big part of your life nowadays, and when you're home, have no shows planned or anything, you're like, fuck. And when you're on a tough tour with tough travel schedule, you're like, fuck, I would like to be home. So, but that 1 hour, one and a half hour on stage usually makes up for everything,
And could you ever see yourself doing anything else?
Well, I do lots of things besides this, I work on gigs too, so it's this kind of world is my whole life. But other than that, I don't know, this is my passion, this is what I've always been doing, so.
And, the band have been around for 20 years now. What do you think the secret is to making a band carry on that long? Because so many bands fall by the wayside.
Well, you got to be true to yourself and do it for the right reason. But nowadays, our generation are more, I think, our generation, when we started, we did it for the, with the right soul. Nowadays, you hear from all, not only this kind of music, but from all music genres, so many TV series about getting famous and stuff. So lots of people, when I speak to younger generation, they're like, I want to be famous like you. Well, seriously, I really don't want to be famous. I just want to play my... if the band are doing well and we can... it's a good thing that the bands are successful, because then we can be on tour, then we can go out and meet the crowd, the fans are usually listening to our records. Without that kind of success, we wouldn't be able to meet everybody like we do. So it's, but, when people are like, do it for getting famous and stuff like that, then they will never succeed. They're just going to get really disappointed in the end. And also when they realize how much hard work it lies behind everything. I think it takes a special person to be able to do this for a long period of your life, because it's just not meant for everybody.
And what do you miss most about home when you're on the road?
Just being by myself.
No, there's no real space when you're touring to yourself at all.
You live on top of each other, and so that loneliness, when you're just you and that's it. But as I said, you come home 2-3 days, you're like, what am I doing now? What the fuck? Then you want to go back on tour. So yeah, it's a weird feeling, but.
And when it comes to the touring side of stuff, is there a particular country that, as a band you like being in most, that you get the best reception and that you always really enjoy going back to?
Well, I just enjoy being on tour. Some countries are more crazy than others, and I mean the most interesting, I think, is to be able to come to a new country where we've never been before. And now we've been to so many countries, and there's not many more countries we can go to where you are allowed to play metal. You know, I mean, we even played countries, done secret shows in countries where we probably would be hanged for playing black metal, but
it's still, it must be a pretty terrifying experience.
Well, do it for passion.
Definitely, it's a brave thing to do. Brilliant. And the next kind of 6 months or so, what are your plans? Where can we see you? What are you going to be doing?
We're just doing one more festival next weekend. Then, like I told a friend yesterday, I said, after Summer Breeze, I'm going to go underground and nobody's going to hear from me until I have a new record out.
And so it's just going to be, have you started writing yet, or are you going to start?
I start writing, but yeah, I've been going through live stuff the last 6 months, so I'm finally getting back in order with my life, and I think, you know, after the next festival next weekend, after that I can really start focusing on writing the new record.
And do you have a vague date that you're thinking, I want it out by this month, or are you just going to completely play it by ear?
I can't make any empty promises like that. So just, you know, to write an album, I just don't write the record over the weekend, you know. It is a process where I, you know, struggling with myself a lot, but it's part of the game. I learn how to live with myself over those periods, because it's kind of, you know, you have to dig deep inside your soul to, you know, to see what you really want to tell with the music, and it's kind of tough, but yeah, I have so much shit I need to get out of the system at the moment, so it's going to be probably a very angry record.
Well, it's a sadness that you're going through hard times, but for the music side of stuff, I'm sure it will create something absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, well, that's life. I mean, it's up and downs. That's just life. And yeah, but lately it's been too many things just falling on top of each other. You know, one by one. It's like, fuck, it's never gonna end. Come on, give me a break. But as I said, I'm feeling fine now. I start to get back on the right track, and things start to, you know, go in the right direction for me. No more horses raining from the sky.
Well, I really, really look forward to seeing what shape the new record takes. I'm looking forward to hearing it already. Thank you so much for having a chat today. It has been an absolute pleasure, and we'll hopefully see you back here very soon.
Yes. When we have a new record out.
Brilliant. We'll look forward to that.
Yes.